Hey guys, Micah Leao here with this Imarketslive video, and you're gonna get a lot of videos from me about the IML Bounce Back because it's so simple to use. So go ahead, like and subscribe to this video, and if you want to partner with me in Imarketslive, there will be the description in the link in the description, and you'll be happy because everybody that comes in, I'm gonna teach them how to use this product first before they do anything else. Because when you get into this, right, there's a lot of information. And when they came out with this, I seen it as something where a newbie can come in and play a little game, which I call connect the dots, and start winning. They don't get flustered, they don't get discouraged, because this will make them profits. And before I should go into it, income disclaimer: your past profits do not guarantee your future profits, but if you stick to the strategy and you're disciplined, you will make profits. So let's get right to it. So first I want to take you to our Facebook group and last week's and show you how much people were having results last week. Let me see. Okay. Now we have, let's scroll a little bit up. Okay, we have Michael, 50%. His account is up 50% this week, which is great, right? So if he started with 100, he made 50% profit on his account. John on one trade, 38 pips. Sherry, $18. Let me see. Okay, she's actually on our team, right? She took 7 trades, 260 pips. Now let me break down 260 pips for you. So I'm going to explain it as points. So replace pips with points. If the market moves in your direction 260 points, that's essentially what pips are, right? So let me break it down for you. So if you're trading at 0.01 and the market moves 260 pips in your direction, you made $26. If the market again moves 260 pips and you're trading at 0.10, that's $260. If you're trading at a 1.0, that's $2,600 off just that week alone, right? So we don't know, right? It depends what you will start with, what your account size is, and it really all depends on you, right? So you can move as slow or as fast as you want. But this is what I love about it. Newbies are coming in and crushing it, right? Michelle, 120 pips on GJ. Tanisha, she grew her live account to 25%. Rose Clark, 46%. And this just goes on and on and on and on. And that's why I'm going to bring this to you and do a lot of videos on the bounce back. So let's get into the trade that, break down the trade that I took last night. So this came out on the alerts last night. NZD USD. So NZD USD called it on the 60-minute time frame, or the 1 hour time frame. And this is where I'm going to show you how to play connect the dots. So if they call it for a sell on the 60-minute time frame, that means at that point in time when they call it, it had to be in a buy. So first criteria, 1 hour time frame. Establish the trend at that time. So 60 minutes, you can see the market is headed up. So cool, we got that. Second part is drop down 2 time frames, and now we're going to play connect the dots. So once you see this market, right, every time you look at a market and it's going in the upward direction, it's going to make higher highs and lower lows. Now on the flip side, on the sells, it's going to make lower highs and lower lows. So if we get this drop right here, that's the high, this is the lower low, this is the lower high because it's lower than the previous high. So here, let me show you an example. So here's a low to high, made a lower low, came back and made another high. So it's a higher high because it's higher than this previous high, low, low, higher high again, and higher low. That's essentially what it does. So this is where we're going to play connect the dots. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Now you don't have to draw dots out all the time. Once your eye is trained to you spot, and it's very easy, you don't need the dots, right? But for visual purposes, and to make it simplistic, we're going to play connect the dots. So here we go. So we're going to connect the lower high, also the low, all the lows, right? Dot, 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 dot. Now we're going to take a line, which is called the trend line, and we're going to connect each dots, or whatever dots we can connect, that's what we're going to connect. So from here, connect the dots, right? So as you can see, we missed 2 dots, but that's okay. You want to make sure you connect the visual dots and what is easy. You don't want to force the trend line, right? So this is the line. That's how you drew it. You connect the dots. So that's the first criteria. So let's go over the first criteria one more time. The alert came out on the 60-minute time frame. Find what direction it's headed in. Headed up. Drop down 2 time frames, which would be 30 to 15 minute. And play connect the dots. And this is how, at this point, it should be, right? So now, for our entry, we're going to drop down to 1 more time frame. And 2 things are going to happen in this time frame. You're going to have price break your trend line. So as you can see right here, we got the break of the trend line. Okay, the next thing that has to happen is you have to have the MACD crossover. So this is the MACD. It consists of the MACD line and the signal line, right? And a histogram. So this is a histogram, right? It shows the volume of the market. It goes up and down. So what has to happen is, if you look at it right here, so that's the 0 line. Let me make it yellow so it's easier to see. Okay, there you go. So these 2 lines, right, have to come down and pass this line, this middle line, or which we call the 0, right? So you got that right here. Now, even though you got this, and you look up here, price didn't break your trend line. You need 2. You can't have one without the other. But it did break here. So at this point in time, it didn't break, so you wouldn't be in the trade, right? You'd have to wait till this breaks. That's your trade, right? So it broke here. So if we take it back to the 15-minute, you can see it as well went through, right? So right now the market is in a pullback. So this trade, that would have been your entry, your stop loss would have been right there above the previous high. So that's essentially how you're going to take this trade. Now, remember I told you there's a benefit to joining our team. So this is how a bounce back is taught regularly. And this is great. People have been crushing it with this alone, right? But when you join our team, we're going to show you a secret sauce entry. That's what we call it. We call it the secret sauce. And let's go get my entry, right? So my entry, there's the green line. I sold right there. 68880. So where is that? Let's go. 68880. So as you can see, my entry was right here. Now, why is this? Because again, our team has a strategy exclusive to our team that once criteria is met, we're in the trades a lot earlier than most. So as you can see right now, people who are doing it regular, they entered here. They're in a pullback right now, right? But they're still safe because their stop loss should be up here, 20 pips. And this I expect to drop, but right now they're in a 5 pip drawback. Whereas for people in our team, we're right now 10 pips in profit, right? So when it broke, we were already 23, but because of the pullback, we're 10, right? So our stop loss will still be here. Will still be there, and our stop loss is a little smaller than 20 pips, right? It is about 5 pips. So you enter here as regular. Your stop loss is about 21 pips, about 20 pips. You enter on how our strategy, your drawback is about 4 or 5 pips. Now, you still can, people are still crushing it, right? Don't discourage this way, because in the beginning, when you first start, I'm not going to teach you this, right? I'm going to teach you the right way, the basic way to enter, because you need to establish that consistency. When you get that down, then we're going to show you how to enter the secret sauce entries, right? Which will be this. So don't overwhelm yourself. But let's go see. There's another trade that came out, and let's erase this. There's another trade that came out, which was the USD CHF called on the daily time frame. Now, I'm going to take you back over to TradingView. As you can see, USD CHF daily time frame. So again, at this point in time, because it is a sell, it has to be in a buy. Sure enough, there's your buy. Now we're going to drop 2 time frames to the 1 hour, because that's 2 time frames below. There you go, 1 hour. Okay, from here, we're going to connect the dots. There's 1 dot, 2 dots, and that's about it, right? Now, let's go connect it. Okay, so from here, we drop down to the 30 and spot our entry. So the market dropped here at the same time it crossed. So this would have been your entry right here. Your stop loss would have been up here, previous high, and it did come back up here, but it still didn't hit your stop loss. So right now you should be in profit if you follow the criteria. From here, you should be about 33 pips in profit right now. So that's it, guys. So simple, right? Very, very simple. Again, I hope you like this video. If you do want to partner with my team, the link will be in the description. I'll be more than happy to teach you how to do this and teach you our secret sauce method in the group. In the group, we have a lot of trainings. But remember, when you first start, you just want to learn the bounce back so you can, be in profit. Then you want to learn a little bit at a time. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, because that's what happens to a lot of people. They come in and they just want to learn everything in 1 week, right? And they start losing, right? You don't want to do that. We want to get you in profits, and you start learning a little at a time. So again, link in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next video, aloha, stay blessed.